Hello and welcome to In the Court of Wenton Knave. We're on to Project 2, a mainstream release for some reason. Perhaps not the best idea. It's 2 discs, 2 weeks before Project 1. Fripp and Gunn visit Adrian Ballou not long after doing the repercussions of angelic behaviour with Bill Riflin. Adrian Ballou's just bought some V-drums, so it sounds like they just scrapped what they were going to do and they just switched them on and said, go! And this is what came out, which is a good idea, you know. Unlike the other Project releases, except for I think the Young Person's Guide to the Projects is a mainstream release. This is the only mainstream release, and it was the first one. So this was the first album after Thrack Attack for people who go to HMV, which is really funny, but can't have done them much good commercially because, I mean, this is really quite silly music on here. You can see where it started from and where it went, because where it went is awesome, but where it started from is it's all about finding something new, though, you know. And you know, as I said with Thrack Attack, it's on the list. The list of King Crimson's. This is near the bottom, I think. It's because it's silly. Not there isn't good stuff on there, and you know it's lots of fun. So hey, you know, Tragon's diary at this point mentions there's some hilarious music on here because it's hilarious. Now this is the thing. This is the first time, apart from Project 1, technically, although this actually came before Project 1, because Project 1 was already booked. We can hear Tragon. It wasn't until the project we could really hear him. The double trio didn't show his greatness at all. It was only at this point, and significantly, he's on all the projects, all the first four, anyway, the first 4 projects. So we are in, you know, it is the Tragon era, this epoch, starting with Vroom. And don't forget on the Deja Vroom DVD, which is not on the Thrack box. The show is on the Thrack box, but the Deja Vroom DVD, where you can do the camera angles, where each camera angle does a mix, so you can hear that individual more. You can hear Tragon on the double trio. Whether that has anything to do with what he does in the project, I'm not sure. Possibly not. So yeah, space is still the place. Space is still the place. So 2 discs, Space Groove and Vector Patrol. So it's interesting they call the album Space Groove because Vector Patrol is better. Right, disc 1 starts with Space Groove 2. 20 minutes of faffing with the V-drums, basically, having some fun. It's a necessary journey to get out of that rut they were in. You know, the natural rehearsals, stuck. You've got to do something else, you've just got to let go and do something crazy, and it does that job. But in a way, it's kind of like, you know, it's like Tin Machine, isn't it? And is it any good? It's not something I play to other people. I like it, but you know, what do King Crimson sound like? What does King Crimson Project sound like? No, you wouldn't play him Space Groove. Actually, it got a lot better. There's good stuff to come over the next few weeks. Most of the sound is Adrian Ballou on V-drums, because the V-drums play the bass as well as the drums. And you can hear the early stages of something forming, so you know. Track 2 is Space Groove 3, and it's slightly different. 3/4, there's some sort of smashing glass effects and silly synths. Possibly the funniest one, so that's cool. Track 3, sort of plinky junkyard version. I assumed that was the first one. They turned the equipment on and that's what they recorded. Okay, so disc 2, Vector Patrol. The first 7 tracks are the Planet Zarg Quartet. This is much better, actually. It should have been 1 disc. Or maybe Space Groove should have been the bonus disc. This is more like what went on tour, although it got better on tour. So track 1 is Happy Hour on Planet Zarg, and it's fast Space Groove 2, much more listenable in short bursts. You can hear Adrian Ballou's getting better at it, and he's not a drummer. You have to remember he's an all-round musician, so you know it's a great job. You know, more silly sound effects. Track 2 is the Life on Zarg, very sort of Zappa synclavier type stuff. Lots of synth bass. It's the first bit of variation on the album, actually. It sounds different. But you can hear them finding something. They are looking for something. You can hear it. You can hear these pockets of, what about that? You know. Track 3 is Low Life on Sector Q3. More stuff. Track 4, funny vocal sound effects called Sector Shift. Funny vocal sound effects, sort of comedy War of the Worlds music. Track 5, Laura in Space. Great title. More sound effects. Track 6, more sound effects, sort of vague descendant of Baboom, really. And then track 7, Vector Patrol, is more sound effects, and that's Planet Zarg Quartet. Then we got Lost in Space. Track 8, in space there is no north, in space there is no south, in space there is no east, in space there is no west. And it's back to space grooving, Space Groove 3 kind of thing. Then we got track 9 is Vector Patrol, another great title, wind synths piping around, that kind of thing. And then the V-drums come in and it sounds the same. Track 10, Deserts of Arcadia, North. Quite funny, clanging around, flip soloing over it.
Then track 11, Deserts of Arcadia South, soloing and stuff. Track 12 is Snake Drummers of Sector Q3. Sound effect soundscapes with the drums being quite sort of distracting. Then 13 is Escape from Sagittarius A, which is more playing. And track 14 is Return to Station B, which doesn't really have an ending, it's just more playing. So there you go. Space Groove, an interesting oddity, put it that way. See you next week.